story to tell you this one.
Good morning. Happy you tuned in. Sorry for the delay. But very happy you tuned in to The Speaker Never Lies. With your host Hugo out. It's 2 hours earlier than normal. It's because I have to go elsewhere at 12. So it's a morning show now. And everybody feels that, so it's gonna be chill. I have two lovely guests, as such like every month. But these one are special. I'm really happy they wanted to join. We'll introduce them in a little bit, but just wanted to say hi. Enjoy the tunes by me, and then speak to you in a little bit.
So evidently I am the best, I rip it up with finesse. Good gracious, every process has a genesis, it ends with the revelation. God bless this opportunity for me to find a voice for some words that have waited for way too long. No wages, small tips on the avenue, never wasted, all hits for a revenue. Haven't you heard the news lately? We've been living for some times in a purgatory. But yo, I thought I knew what a love song sound like, but I felt a warmer tune in the sunlight. I can still hear it in my room past midnight. Gotta move, take us on the cruise in the moonlight. Sometimes I do forget, oh, how much we could ease our lives to lead if we learn to let go. The reins that we hold, return to our soul and the spirit that flows. So you see upon everyday face, there's a million change to express definition of grace. But the method I choose, my prerogative. There's so much love in me I got to give. Cause the beat plus the melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I mean that from my heart, cause you make me feel good as a person.
Cause the beat plus the melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently.
I hope that you listen.
Oh, how I could write a book on how you make me feel. But how about the song that I wrote for you? What I feel like, I wanna put my trust in these simple words for you to feel what I'm saying, what you feel like. Reminisce about the little episodes that we shared together. Remember the time that you told me in the cold night to relax when all I knew was to hold tight. Remember the time that I spoke to a crowd in a full house, realized that you was my ace, I was the joker on the stage singing the blues. All eyes on me and had nothing to prove. But yo, I thought I knew what a diamond shine like, but I felt a sharper love in the limelight from the Queen of Hearts, watching me quietly from the upper deck balcony. Sometimes I do suspect I'm an actor in a well-scripted line, divine comedy. When I look back, that frozen slice of time, it tried to defrost the senses lost. Now enough with the metaphors, the motivation that I wrote this letter for you to know that the music helps carry on. Like you see, a new day will bring us tomorrow. Your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently. Yeah, cause your beat plus my melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently, so evidently. Cause my beat plus your melody makes me speak of L-O-V-E eloquently.
غير ما انت تكون مش معايا وصرت تقابلني وانت مشغول عني ونشوف بعيونك نظرات النسيان نظرات النسيان وين ضاع الحنان والحب اللي كان نقول لك يا حبيبي بتقول لي كان زمان يوم نغيب عليك وين ضاع الحنان والحب اللي كان قول لك يا حبيبي قول لي كان زمان وين فرحة عيونك وين كنت تلاقيك وين حيرة ظنونك يوم نغيب عليك اليوم تقابلني وانا مشغول عني ونشوف عيونك نظرات النسيان نظرات النسيان نظرات النسيان نظرات
Mic check, mic check. Yeah, good morning again. Happy you tuned in to the Speaker Never Lies still. And as mentioned, just like every month, I got the pleasure of introducing two beautiful guest artists. Which is very special, especially this one. I've met them a few months ago when they were playing in Rotterdam. Didn't know what to expect. And this guy comes on stage with the craziest outfit. And this other guy comes playing the craziest Arab influenced songs. And the artist just started dancing and started singing and started becoming eccentric about the music that was playing, which was really, really interesting. And obviously I had a talk with them, and the guy I'm talking about is Razeen. And Kevin van Belen, his producer, his DJ. And I followed them since, and they have just released their debut album as the duo. And yeah, just the whole thought behind the album, and just like how Razeen presents himself and Kevin's music is really something extraordinary and very special. So I really wanted to have them in a show to talk about this, which we will. And just as an introduction, Razeen is a Sudanese Dutch artist committed to raising awareness about the war in his homeland. Not long after the conflict began, he changed his stage name from Creeper Main to his birth name, Razeen, Since then, he released music in which he shares stories from his family living through the war. And together with the master of all rhythms, Kevin van Belen, they together produced their newest album, Yalla Nargus, which is Arab for Let's Go Dance. And it's a musical embrace of his Afro-Arab identity blended with breakbeats, dance and hip-hop. So I listened to the album a few times last week, and it's crazy, like just the Arab influences, but together with like all these recognizable sounds like breakbeat and hip-hop. It's truly like a very special piece of music, which naturally gives me a lot of questions. I'm really interested in what drove them into this collaboration and what story Razeen is telling, because it's fully in Arab, so it's an interesting choice as well. So would love to add some things about that, and of course, where the hell did he get that rhythm from? It's so nice. So it's like a very, very, very special collaboration. So again, very happy and honored to have them here. Traveled all the way from Amsterdam, no?
Yeah, Leiden.
Amsterdam and Leiden. So yeah, I feel blessed. So for now, it's a little shorter than half an hour where I just play a few tracks just to get the mood right. Gonna play a few Libyan and Egyptian records. Because I've been inspired by the Arab music a few shows ago, where I had Angela speaking about her diaspora, yeah. So in honor of that, in honor of the Arab cultures, I'm gonna play a few tracks as well. So yeah, stay tuned. Again, happy you tuned in, and speak to you in a little bit.
Drop that dangerous rhyme to make all y'all shake from the center. MED enters and have no mercy on your weak surrenders. Lyrically, I get in ya, split your back on the attack and send your pain so you can't gain or even fake the rapture. I drop this with the state of mind that's down for the crime when I'm on the mission. That's this is the crew for the do or die. Lyrically, I stay happy, the Almighty you glorify. This man kill vacancies, they still will get peeled. Lost up in the battlefield with only one might be the stripes of life. So lyrically, you better come tight or take flight. I rock my ill rhymes at night and keep my sight from the moonlight and creep when you sleep, then watch it destruct when I recite. The rhymes causing damage lyrically to make you panic. Watch you run when I spray with the rhymes on automatic. So niggas trying to enter MED stuff. Lyrically, I injure bluff because my rhymes be on tragic.
All over the world.
Straight to the west coast.
All over the world.
Can't forget the east coast.
All over the world.
Down to the north side.
All over the world.
Back to the west coast.
All over the world.
Straight to the east coast.
All over the world.
Up to the south side.
All over the world.
Now down to the north side.
All over the world.
Up and away, I got no time to play. Got a world to save, they say, man. You make us proud, speaking out loud, because I must bust with the real ill skill until I can relax, soon out on wax. Listen to these tapes on the blunted terms to learn I never lack. To have y'all here snap back till it falls off, cause I can straight toss. Y'all's in the brainwash states. Who's that at the crate digger's gates? Trying to get in, my friend, there's no use. Go away quick or it ends with a noose around the neck. Microphone check, pop it in your tape deck. Rate it, judge it. cause you'll never be above it. See, I came to make even dark niggas blush. Take out their system, my mic is gold to the touch. When I shine, I straight glisten, listen. Non-stop mirages, you can't dodge it. Declaim on the MIC to save your whole city from whack villains. Still in their bitch stage, rage felt deep in my chest, won't rest. Cause I'm on this quest.
Check it out.
To bring a cease to a bad situation. Crate nigga station, stop niggas frozen they tracks. Battle rhyme styles keep whole crews back. I won't slack when I jack niggas slipping out their area. Wherever there's a true need to be saved from blues, I come through with the good news. With some good news.
To the West Coast,
All over the world.
straight to the East Coast, up to the South Side.
Lord, me make the dance all black up. Everybody come, zig it up. What? Ziggy, zig it up. Ziggy, zig it up. Everybody come, zig it up, zig it up. Lord, me make the dance all black up. Zig it up. I made round the microphone, not turn up. Zig it up. On the rhythm, me die and kick up. Zig it up. If you sleeping, you better wake up. Zig it up. Can be play now for me gold cup. Zig it up. Crowd of people a jump up. Zig it up. Every foot in the air a put up. Zig it up. Everyone them put them hand up. Zig it up. All the gal them a line up. Zig it up. When I leave in a ramp asking up. So ziggy zig it up. Ziggy zig it up. Everybody come, come, zig it up. What? Ziggy, zig it up. Ziggy, zig it up. Everybody come, come, zig it up.
يا جرح قلبي الجرح يألمني قلبي بعد قلبي يا بوي وش عاد يلزمني يا جرح قلبي يلي نويت الهجر يلي نويت الهجر خلي معك رسمة قلبي اللي العقب فجر مهما ظلموا طال يا جارحة بالغدر يا مقطع أوصال قلبي هجرك مشان العمر للموت سلمني للموت سلمني يا جرح قلبي يا جرح قلبي الجرح يألمني قلبي بعد قلبي يا بوي وش عاد يلزمني يا جرح قلبي بيني وبينك عهد بيني وبينك عهد دم هالصفا مكتوب عيني أيام كان الوجد بمحاجرك مسكوب وانتي ديار الصعد قبل أن ترى المكتوب عيني واني يا صبي الوعد قلبك ما يرحمني قلبك ما يرحمني يا جرح قلبي
I mean, gotta give a shout out to the beautiful stage design in this building. Also done by design extraordinaire Razeen himself, with obviously a lot of solidarity for Sudan. So yeah, a few more tracks and then we got it kicking, man.
lie. Can't tell you who am I if you feel my words. Can they be a lie? The words that come to reach your mind. The words whose meaning you will find. The words that come to reach your mind. The words whose meaning you will find. Torturing my mind, I keep on searching for the only words I could ever reach you. Torturing my heart, I keep on searching how to make you see. How could I ever teach you? Torturing my mind, I keep on searching for the only words I could ever reach you. Torturing my heart, I keep on searching how to make you see. How could I ever teach you? The years are passing by, my soul is flying high. Don't you hear my words? Can you tell me why? The silent words I cry. Can't tell you who am I if you feel my words. Can they be a lie? The words that come to reach your mind. The words whose meaning you will find. The words that come to reach your mind. The words whose meaning you will find.
أحلى نصيب تملي معاك معاك قلبي معاك عمري يا أغلى حبيب يا أغلى حبيب ومهما تكون بعيد عني لقلبي قريب يا عمري الجاي والحاضر يا أحلى نصيب تملي حبيبي بشتاق لك تملي عليا تندهلك ولو حواليا كل الكون بكون يا حبيبي محتاج لك تملي حبيبي بشتاق لك تملي عليا تندهلك ولو حواليا كل الكون بكون يا حبيبي محتاج لك جبل صحراء بحر وغابي
Yo, 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 yo. I would like to welcome to the stage. Pim, 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 pim. Razeen and Kevin Mabela. Yo, give it up. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where's the belt? Where's the belt?
Okay, let's split.
So if you guys can use that mic, just adjust to your need. We got the full redo of the space here, all in favor of you two beautiful people. Hey, yeah, man, happy you guys are here. Just as a super generic question, could you please introduce yourself and your partner?
So my name is Razeen. I make Arabic music, and I'm here with the master of all rhythms, Kevin van Belen. And together we recently released our album Yolla Norgos. Yolla Norgos.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin van Belen.
So tell me a little bit about this album. Like, what's sort of like the theme, and where did this concept came from?
The easiest way to describe it is, if I could sum it up in one word, I would say embrace. For me, I used to make music under the name of Creepermain, which was like Dutch hip hop music. And at some point I just wanted to switch it up, so I changed my artist name to my birth name, Razeen. And yeah, like I would just say embracing my culture, embracing my roots, embracing the situation of my motherland. But it's a very joyful album, you know. It's called Yellow Knuckles, which means let's dance. And I would say radical joy is really the main theme. What else did you ask?
Yeah, where did this sort of the concept of the album came from within you? But you just explained that, like it was a certain shift in you, your desire to represent yourself and your background, and of course the country where you're from.
Yeah.
And so, like, how did you guys meet? Like, I know for sure, like you had this concept, you wanted to switch it a little bit up, maybe like do more things in Arab. How did this beautiful collaboration between you two, like, where did you guys meet, and sort of how did this sort of like this collaboration came about?
So how did we meet? Well, it's kind of a funny story.
Keep the mic close to you. Yeah,
It started with Razeen. He went to like an event that my girlfriend also went to, and then they started talking about like music, and then she said like my boyfriend is a producer too, and then I went to his show when he was still Creepermain. And then I just saw his show, man, and like what you said before, like his presence on stage was just great, and like the show was so, I mean, what I really like, it was a hip hop show, and I went to a lot of hip hop shows, and usually the problem is like you don't really hear like the person who's singing, or there's like a lot of difficulties, and with him it was just on point. So I texted him and was like, yo, let's make some music, man. And then we just met up and we made some songs, and then from that on it evolved. Eventually we came to the Arabic sound. In the beginning we were like not there yet. Like we made some cool songs, but we were not like fully into the world. And then like it just shifted. We went to Germany on writers camp, and
oh wow.
Yeah, so with other people I produced for, we organized like we went to Germany, so for a writers camp, and we were with all the people that I also make albums for. And then we kind of, for us it was a breakthrough, I think. For the other people it was also fun, but we really had like a breakthrough there from like going into the Arabic world, you know, stepping into that Middle Eastern, like more of that sound, you know, and then just combine it with whatever I was doing for the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened, so yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it was amazing. Still is.
Yeah, exactly. So, like Razeen, how was it for you to give like the full, sort of like the full ownership of the production to Kevin? Like, how did you get the confidence in him or the faith in him that like he could do whatever you wanna present through or channel through the album?
Basically, so after Kevin came to the show that was at the Melkweg and then had sent me this message, because at the time I was like quite busy, so I couldn't really connect with him. He sent me a beat. He was like, yo, you're dope, we should work together. And even though that beat that he sent me in that moment, I didn't necessarily like that specific beat so much, I immediately noticed he was very authentic and very skilled. So I kind of, there was like a lot of green flags from the get-go. You know,
okay,
I was just
sick,
I was just like, he's talented. I'm very sure we can make something dope. And then, you know, time, like 2 months passed, and we weren't not really able to lock in. And then at some point he sent me another beat, and I wrote to it. And then I went to the studio, and we recorded that song. And then we actually recorded 2 more songs. So we did 3 songs in that one session.
Yeah.
And the second song is actually also Lewin, which is a song which is on the album. And when we were working on that song, we immediately kind of looked at each other like, this is the beginning of a great collaboration.
Sick, you knew.
Yeah. So it's really, we call him the master of all rhythms, and it's not for no reason.
Everything, you know? Like literally
like,
all rhythms.
Like literally, there's something that I love telling also, like working on the album is at some point we brought in my uncle. It's not really my uncle, but you know how I go.
Yeah.
Who's like the percussionist from my dad's old band, and he's like mad skilled. This guy is next level. Like you know, next level. And at some point, he just kept on listening to the songs that he was playing on, he was gonna play on, and he kept on looking at Kevin and putting the meme mug and the thumb up. And at some point, he just
The approval.
yeah. And at some point, he said, like, Kevin, you really understand rhythm, huh? And in that moment, I knew the torch was passed. So,
Sick.
you know? So yeah.
And then we were like 150% invested. You knew this guy was accepted, and you already fucked with him. And yeah, wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. And yeah, just back to you. Like whenever I saw you perform, I really was sort of like mesmerized by the way you express yourself. Just the way you dress, but also really the way you present yourself on stage. It feels so honest and so boundless. Could you tell us a little bit about, like, because I think it's a strong part of your concept, and also you hear it also a little bit in the music. It feels like a complete package. Like, could you tell us a little bit about, yeah, where that comes from, and you know, like what you're trying to present?
I think it's because from a very young age there was very little around me that I could identify with, and no one really telling me. I was the oldest brother. I was a black boy being raised in a suburban environment. Even when I started having black friends when I was 12, 13 years old, I was like, you know, Arab speaking, and just my mom wanted a daughter and she got a boy, so she was like, hey, I'm just do whatever I wanted to do with my daughter, with my boy. So there's so many like things that made me like the odd one out, that I just listened to whatever I liked and loved, and I got inspired by everything I wanted. And that's also something that I noticed in Kevin's beats, and I in the beginning I also like really mentioned quite often, is that I could hear him getting like inspiration from so many different things, but just applying it in his own authentic, unique way.
Yeah.
So it's really, I think, just because early on I've had the privilege and I had this freedom, and I think why the collab with Kevin also works so well is because I mean, he has his own story, of course, but I felt a sense of that also in his music.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's beautiful. So it just fits very well into your concept as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
very
super
blessed.
nice. And then last question, and before, I would really love you to jump into the music and tell us a little bit about that. What, like, I understand a little bit what made your decision to go Arab. Well, I mean, how do you feel about this when, I mean, not everybody here speaks Arab, obviously. So how do you feel about like you presenting your concept is in Arab and people not understanding the language? Like, what's sort of like the thought process behind that?
Well, first and foremost, music, the most important thing is feeling, right?
100%, yeah.
And I do believe, even though I talk about stuff in my lyrics that's quite important, I still believe like lyrics is the last thing that matters. Like like flow, delivery, from a vocal point of view, and also just the production and how the musicality is the most important.
Yeah.
And the lyrics kind of come second. But I mean, I love it, man. I feel like I'm introducing people to like cultural things they haven't really been exposed to.
Yeah.
And we are changing their view on things, you know, of how things should be. But I am very big on also just really still making people understand the lyrics. So all the visuals that are being released have English subtitles, and Arabic subtitles in them, because it is a layer that I put my heart and soul in, and it is kind of a layer that, you know, otherwise just goes unnoticed. So I find it very important to still really, to the best of my ability, get it across.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love it, man. Music is for everyone.
Yeah, 100%. No, I completely fuck with that concept. Like, there should be only like, it should be one way to let people experience like the proper vibe in music, and it's like, yeah, man, even if you don't understand it, let's just listen to it and vibe to it. And yeah, I completely. Yeah, that's what I said, like about the Egyptian friend of mine who came in here said like similar things. Like, it's just nice to present the music as it should be. And if you want to commercialize it by making Arab music but speaking English, maybe it doesn't bring the concept across. So, you know what I mean? So I think that's, yeah. I mean, what I said, like, whenever I saw you live, it was such a vibe because the way you present yourself is also you're almost like an instrument, you know, and that's why it's like it's still a vibe even if you don't understand the lyrics. Yeah, so yeah, well done. Yeah, so I don't know, when listening to the album last week, I thought it was such a, I mean, I recognize other things you say, like it's such a beautiful mesh of sounds with the hip hop and the breakbeat, but still, I mean, maybe I'm not the person to say if it's proper Arab or not, but it sounded very Arab to me. You know, and then again with your the way you present yourself vocally is also, yeah, it's such a good authentic energy. So yeah, I really enjoyed listening to it. So thank you so much.
We worked hard.
You worked hard. You grind. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I would love for you guys to play what you like to play and.
Yalla Narcos.
Exactly.
But
yeah, let's go.
You want to start on that?
Yeah, let's just from the get go.
The full one, not the video.
Yes.
So again, Razeen and Kevin van Belen presenting their latest album, Yalla Nargus. We're vibing to it, we're enjoying to it. Yeah, man, let's get it kicking.
أنا أفريقي أنا سوداني أسمراني بيتكلم عربي وأنا من خشمي وأنا خرتي أنا أفريقي أنا سوداني أحلى ناس أحلى ناس ده الكلام اللي بسمعه كل مرة لما أنا أكلمهم أنا سوداني لسه متذكر رمضان يا حليل السودان كانت أيام سايقين في السيارات عايزين نحصل الإفطار أتأخرنا أي زول بنمر بيقول تعال آكل معانا يلا
خايف منه لفي فوق راس الكفن ايام الجبل تكلك قاعدين نلعب ليدو فصلت للخواجه لابس التوكسيدو افلوده هبشه زي القمر منحوت لحم بعيشك زمن ايام الحوت لفت عوالم كتيره بس ما عارف اثبت وين خيارات كلها ما عديله ودتني جوا الرويال كين لاعب سولو بدون تيم عليت الليفل دبلت النسل في ستيم اسمع كلام بقولها تاني اخوكم مكنه اخوك سوداني
انا افريقي انا سوداني اسمراني بيتكلم عربي انا من خشمي وانا خرتي انا افريقي انا سوداني يلا نرقص.
Test, yeah? So, we just listened to Ana Afriqi, which is the first song off of our album Yalla Nargos. And if I can tell y'all a bit more about Ana Afriqi, it's like when Kevin and I were making the album, we were very much so, of course, dabbling in the Swana sound. And at some point, I told Kevin, like, yo, you know, this is cool, this is dope, but Sudan specifically has its own kind of music. Even though I sing a lot about Sudan, we really had to have one that's musically also really for Sudan, because in Sudan they make a lot of use of the pentatonic skill, which my dad growing up could never shut up about, because he's a musician as well, and he's on the song actually. But yeah, Ana Afriqi is a song that's like a sample from Sudan. And in Sudan, I will try to keep it short, but in Sudan, before it was colonized by the British, it was colonized by Arabs, and there you have this thing of like Arab speakers being think they're like superior to non-Arab speakers. So this song actually kind of, it embraces all sides. It says, I'm African, I'm Sudanese. So that's why I found it very important, and we really tried to make a multi-generational song. So this samples for my grandfather's generation. I got my father and his old band Sudan Sound on it, so the percussionist plays oud also on the song. And then there's someone who plays bass, Shihab Shurhabil, who's also the son of Shurhabil Ahmed, which is like a jazz legend in Sudan, who released the album with Habibi Funk as well. And yeah, then it's also Haysam Musa, who plays guitar. And then for my own generation, we got Hatoun, which is a very talented Sudanese singer, and Skinny G, who raps a killer verse. So this song is made by 7 Sudanese people and Kevin, the master of all rhythms. Yeah. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. Yalla Nargos?
I don't know what to say. That's crazy. Crazy how much is in that song. Like, holy shit. Yeah.
Intro.
That's a heck of an intro.
Number 1.
Sick. Okay, let's go, man.
Yalla Nargos?
Yeah, I think so.
في بعض انت ما عارفة ما فيش حياة انا ما بعمل حلاوة حلوة حلاوة حلوة حلاوة حلوة لذيذة زين بيحبني بختي 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 ربي بيحبني رازين الراقص ما في حاجة اسمها خلاص بطلع من الباب بقرأ في آيات الفاتحة والإخلاص المعوستين قبل ما أشيل الكاس مدرس أنا دراس لكن أنت ما داير تتعلم ليه أنت زعلان خليني أرد السؤال لأنك شايف إني أنا أحسن منك لكن ربك بيحبك بتكرهني ما شايف حبي بدعي لي ربي بختي 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 ربي بيحبني بختي 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 ربي بيحبني داير تقتلني وأخواني تدفي ناري ما بتقدر بتغير مني تحب تحارب داير تستمر لكن ما بتقدر أسأل نفسك أسأل ربك ليه بتكره المعصيك باينة في وشك وأنا بضحك بدعي ليك بعدك برقص بختك 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 ربك بيحبك بختك 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 ربك بيحبك
Yes. So we just listened to Bakhti, and before that, Yalla Nargos. Yalla Nargos was the title track, but I would like to tell you a bit more about Bakhti. So the way that Bakhti came about was basically, apart from making music, I'm also an arts teacher, and I travel across the Netherlands to give creative workshops. And this specific day, I think I was teaching in Dronten, which is a town pretty far from Amsterdam, where I live. And I was looking extra Arabic that day. You know, I was wearing my jalabiyah, wearing the kufi, all of that. And I walked into a train, and there was this man who to me also looked like an Arabic person. But he looked at me very upset and very angry. But I was very much so standing in love. You know, I love teaching. I love spending time with these children. So I walked by, I smiled at him, and I smiled at his daughters that were sitting on the chairs. And I sat sort of across this man, like a bit further. And he kept on eyeballing me, very angry, but I was like smiling. I was like, man, I don't have anything against you, nothing. I was back at the time listening to the new Tyler album, which was like Chromacopia was just released, and I'm a huge Tyler fan. And something that I do, and I'm very grateful, and I'm happy, is I put up the Alhamdulillah, you know, out in public. You know, I'll be doing that, you know, and I did that like 3 times in like 2 minutes. No, just I was just being happy, looking. He was just seeing me, but and at that moment, Kevin had sent me this beat. This beat is sampled from Haram Tahibbak, which is a song by Warda, and Warda is one of the most iconic singers there is, and it's like one of my favorite songs also. So in that moment, I was like, I'm gonna just channel this energy and write this song right now. So what I say is Bakhti, which means my fortune. Rabbi bihibbani, my God loves me. I start with Razeen al-Raggas, Razeen the dancer. Ma fi haya isma khalas. There's no such thing as quitting. Batla min al-bab, I leave the house. Bagra fi ayat, I read verses from the Quran. I name a few. Al-Fatiha, wal-Ikhlas, al-Mu'astin. Qabli ma ashil al-kas, before I grab the cup, you know, a bit of ego. don't hurt nobody. قبل ما أشيل الكاس مدرس أنا دراس. A teacher, I'm great at teaching, you know, but I'm also a student, so that's sort of a flip. لكن أنت ما داير تتعلم, but you don't want to learn. ليه أنت زعلان? Why are you upset? خليني أرد السؤال. Let me answer that question. لأنك شايف إني أنا أحسن, because you see that I'm better than you. Because I'm, you know, like I said, a bit of ego doesn't hurt nobody. I'm being happy, you know, my guy's being upset, and I'll tell you a bit more about it. ليه أنت زعلان؟ خليني أرد السؤال. لأنك شايف إني أنا أحسن منك, better than you. لكن ربك بحبك, but your God loves you. بتكرهني, you hate me. ما شايف حبي, you're not seeing my love. بدعي لي ربي. Let me tell you a bit more about this man, because at some point, I forgot to mention that when I was putting the Alhamdulillah up, at some point I noticed him after he was trying to do the stare down, and I smiled at him twice. He was pointing at his daughters and doing like this, like mimicking me with an upset face, and I was confused. I was like, what is this? So I paused my music for a second, and then I heard him speaking in Hebrew, and then it clicked. I was like, this is an Israeli man with his family on vacation. I'm not saying, let me just rephrase that. This is a Zionist man with his family on vacation. And in his country, he's able to, you know, do whatever to dehumanize Arabs, Muslims, whatever. But here he is on vacation, and he sees me embodying everything of that. So that's why I was writing this song. And then in the second verse, you know, I go deeper and I say, Dair taktulni, you want to kill me. Wa akhwani, and my brothers. Tadfinari, dim my light, dim my fire. Ma bitaktir, you're not able to. بتغير مني, you can't stand me. تحب تحارب, love war. داير تستمر, want to continue. لكن ما بتقدر, but you're not able to. أسأل نفسك, with the crazy voice. Ask yourself. أسأل ربك, ask your God. ليه بتكره? Why do you hate? الما زيك, who's the person who's not like you. And then I went fully literal. باينة في وشك, I can see it on your face. وأنا بضحك, and I'm laughing. بدعي ليك, I pray for you. بعد ذاك برقص, after that I dance. And then I flip it. I say, بختك, your fortune, you're lucky, your God loves you. So, and we wrote that song, I wrote that song in the train. And at some point at Amersfoort, because, you know, sounds like Amsterdam, he got all worked up and tried to leave, and his wife looked at him like, yo, what are you doing? We're not there yet, you know? And then he sat back, but he stopped facing me, because I just kept on smiling at my guy, you know? I was really not taking it personal in that sense. I just channeled that. I wrote the song, finished it 3 minutes before we arrived at Amsterdam Central Station. We got off together from that train, and I really wanted to share that.
Wow, this maybe it's weird to say, but it almost had to happen like that, if you know what I mean. Like,
shouts out to that guy. I told Kevin, right? I was like, yo, shout out to that man.
What the fuck? The 3 minutes before you arrive, it's like boom, done. It's crazy energy. So it has like elements of pride in it as well. As much, I mean, you weren't sort of like that much affected by him, other than making yourself feel proud about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also beautiful. It's not so much like only attacking them, but it's more like, yo, you cannot. I mean, you cannot kill me. I'm here. Like, I'm just love each other, and yeah, that's mad. And the energy of the music is also like. I mean, again, shout out to
Yo.
Shout out to the other guy,
the master of all rhythms.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. It's a very personal story, but like, yeah, thanks for sharing that. It's
with love.
Yeah.
What's next, bro?
Another high note.
I mean, there's a lot to go.
Let's
do something else.
Let's do Tahara. Or what? No, what do you feel?
Fun.
Yeah.
Tahara, I want to do Lirabi actually.
Lirabi.
Not now necessarily.
حارة آخر يوم صيف باكل فيه حمص العيش بسأل نفسي كيف الحياة دي كانت لو ما غنيت فأيام صعبة ما طلعت من البيت حبيبي it's never too late When you see me say ما شاء الله Take the evil eye off me So many people envy me Feel way jealousy Just because I make it seem easy Just because they couldn't be this free But why keep dimming me Why waste your energy الحتة حارة آخر يوم صيف باكل فيه حمص العيش بسأل نفسي كيف الحياة دي كانت لو ما غنيت فأيام صعبة ما طلعت من البيت حبيبي it's never too late الحتة حارة آخر يوم صيف باكل فيه حمص العيش بسأل نفسي كيف الحياة دي كانت لو ما غنيت فأيام صعبة ما طلعت من البيت حبيبتي it's never too late أنا اخترت نفسي أنا اخترت الناس أنا اخترت الدنيا ده الاختيار الصح حتى لو اتغلطنا حتى لو قاعد براك حتى لو ما في حياة ماشية لي قدام خد عينك في المستقبل ما تنسى الإحساس الحب في قلبك يوصلك لأي حتة الإنتهاء صح الشغل راب بنا الحتة حارة آخر يوم صيف باكل فيه حمص العيش بسأل نفسي كيف الحياة دي كانت لو ما غنيت فأيام صعبة ما طلعت من البيت حبيبي it's never too late الحتة حارة آخر يوم صيف باكل فيه حمص العيش بسأل نفسي كيف الحياة دي كانت لو ما غنيت فأيام صعبة ما طلعت من البيت حبيبي it's never too late وطني وطني بلدي جاني في أحلامي أرقص لمن تبكي غني غني عني وطني وطني بلدي جاني في أحلامي أرقص لمن تبكي غني غني عني أختي أخي صاحبي كلكم حبايبي عمي خالتي أمي أبوي وحبوبتي أخلاقكم في دمي دايما هنا معاي وطني بلدي ولدي أصله ما بقدر أنسى سودان أصلي You calling us the man, searching you will find what you ran away from the land that you left behind. Whatever the reason was that you went away, searching for peace, trying to escape and find a better place. Somewhere along the way when you had enough of the pain, you tried to subconsciously forget your roots and felt ashamed. The girlfriend once told me that that is where our true power lays. All that takes us accepting no parts and just face our fears, but half all that takes us just face, but half I'm here. All that takes us just face, but half I'm here. All that takes us just face, but half I'm here. وطني وطني بلدي جاني في أحلامي أرقص لمن تبكي غني غني عني وطني وطني بلدي جاني في أحلامي أرقص لمن تبكي غني غني عني
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we just listened to Sudani Asli. The literal translation is like a legit Sudani, you know, approved. And if I could walk y'all a bit around, like through the hook. So Watani means my nation. You might have heard it, you know, because it's also like referred to in other Arabic songs, of course. Watani Watani Baladi, my nation, my country. Jani fi ahlami, came to me in my dreams. And then the group is saying, Galik shinu, what did he tell you? Argus laman tabki, dance when you cry. And then the group says, Wumatan sata, and don't forget to Ghanni Ghanni Ani, to sing about me. And then I say it again, but then instead of referring to it as a male, I refer to it as a female. And then in the verse, I just name family and friends, you know, like I say, Ukhti, Akhi, Sahbi, my sister, my brother, my friend, Kullakum Habibi, y'all all my darlings. Ammi, Khalti, Ummi, my uncle, my aunt, my mother. Abui wa Habubti, my father and my grandmother. Akhlaqum fi dammi, your ways are in my blood. Daiman hina ma'i, always here with me. Watani baladi waladi, my nation, my country, my son. Watani baladi waladi asli, and then asli. What I forgot. Watani, what baladi, waladi, asli, aslu ma bagdar ansa. I can't forget. That was so funny. I forgot that. I actually can't forget. But just this whole idea of like that Sudan came to me in my dreams and told me to dance when I cry and don't forget to sing about me was such a powerful thing. Like I get goosebumps even just saying it now. And it really feels like that, you know? That's the whole idea of the album to me, Yalla Nargos, which means let's dance. It's a lighthearted title, but talking about like these topics that I discuss with y'all, you know, it's very layered and it can get heavy, but doesn't matter how hard life gets, let's try to make the most of it, you know? And that's really the embodiment of Yalla Nargos. Let's move through our pain. So I really wanted to share that with y'all. And then in the verse, which is like English, y'all heard, you know, I kind of wanted to change it to Arabic at first, but then when we were working on the sequence, I noticed, like, no, this makes sense because I kind of just explain why I made this album, you know, why I am, going back to my roots in that sense, you know. So yeah, that's really just what I wanted to say about this song. What's next?
What's next? We have so many
I think we should
options.
do new song. Lil Wayne, yeah, a banger. Yeah,
A banger.
Let's bang.
Let's bang down.
Otherwise, it's just gonna be too. I mean, it's still a tough one. But...
مفروض نستمر ما بنقدر نوقف ما اخواني ماشيين في الثورة ان شاء الله الجنجة وبيد ما يقتلنا الحرب دي حياة فظيعة الدنيا دي ماشية انا ما عارف الناس باقي الدنيا ما مشتغلة بينا يا رب اللهم سهل لنا ما داري نكتر من الحرية ساعدنا الناس باقي الدنيا ما مشتغلة بينا يا رب اللهم سهل لنا ما داري نكتر من الحرية سهل لنا الدنيا دي ماشية أنا ما عارف ماشي الأيام ماشية الحال الصعبة بدون موية نظيفة قطعوا مننا الكهرباء ما فيش حال غيرنا نطلع من المدينة طبعنا لو حيدنا من الموت إن شاء الله بنرجع يوم مفروض نستمر ما بنقدر نوقف ما أخواني ماشيين في الثورة إن شاء الله الجنجة ويد ما يقتلنا الحرب دي حياة فظيعة الدنيا دي ماشية الدنيا دي ماشية أنا ما عارف ماشي أنا ما عارف
I'm gonna talk again. So this one, like, because the previous song was like, you know, in the hook it said, Sudan came to me in my dreams, told me to dance when you cry, and don't forget to sing about me. To me, this kind of feels like the wake up after the fever dream, because as some of y'all may know, the situation in Sudan has been terrible, and the war has been almost going on for 3 years. This was actually the second song Kevin and I ever made, but the first song we made, you know, together on the spot. This was the one after which we looked at each other and we was like, this is the beginning of a great collaboration. But if I can walk y'all through the lyrics, I basically took two perspectives. One of my cousin, who was back in the revolution in 2019 going to the protest, and one of my, like, inspired by my uncle, who basically got bombed the house got next to him got bombed and he had to leave. So the hook is مفروض أستمر ما بنقدر نوقف. We have to continue, we can't stop. I used the word quietly different because of my grammar, but I left it like that on purpose because I wanted it to rhyme. مع أخواني ماشين في الثورة, with my brothers going to the protest or continuing the revolution. Inshallah Janjaweed ma يقتلنا. God willing, the Janjaweed, which is the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, the militia army who is responsible for what's going on in Sudan. Ma يقتلنا. God willing, the RSF won't kill us. الحرب الحرب الحرب. The war is something terrifying, is something terrible. الدنيا دي ماشية وين? Where is this world going? أنا ما عارف ماشيين لوين. I don't know where we're going. The verses, الناس اللي باقي الدنيا ما مشتغلة بينا. The people in the rest of the world are not, you know, they're not busy with us. الناس اللي باقي الدنيا ما مشتغلة بينا. يا رب اللهم سهل لنا. God, please make it easier for us. ما دارين أكتر من الحرية. We don't want more to be free than being free. ساعدنا, help us. And then I repeat that, and then the hook comes back, like, where are we going? And then the second verse is الأيام ماشية, the days are going by, passing by. الحالة صعبة, the situation is difficult. بدون موية نظيفة, without clean drink water. قطعوا مننا الكهرباء, they cut off our electricity. There's ما فيش حال غير نطلع. There's no other thing we can do apart from leaving. من المدينة, from the city. ربنا لو حييتنا من الموت, which is a saying like, if God, if you let us rise above the death. I used to hate when my dad would say it as a child, because he would throw it around as if it's nothing, you know. I'm like, Dad, can you give me some chocolate tomorrow? قال ربنا حيينا من الموت ولدي. And I'm like, I don't want to think about that. But as you get older, you realize life can be over in a, you know, like just a blink of an eye. So ربنا لو حييتنا من الموت إن شاء الله بنرجع يوم. God willingly will return one day. And then I go back to the hook. But I really loved, yeah, I do, that the fact that I talk about this heavy stuff, but the song is a club banger. And I, like, in the studio session, I also told Kevin, I was like, yo, how cool is it that someone in the club would be going crazy, and then his Arabic speaking friend would be like, bro, but do you know what he's saying though? And I noticed this when we were performing at Skate Cafe, well, like a couple weeks back, like a month or so. I saw like someone who didn't understand Arabic and someone who did standing next to each other, and it was two completely different things. You know, one of them was looking at me like this, and the other one was like, and I really try to just give everyone the whole package, the glitz, the glam, the whatever, and you know, Kevin really laid that platform for me perfectly. But you're gonna get this message one way or the other. Even if you don't care about it, I'm just gonna slide it in. Very subtle. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about this song. Yeah. What's next?
Can I ask a question about this? Like, it's a little bit to both of you. Like, how do you guys influence each other? I mean, you can make a beat, you're affected by the beat. You can make lyrics, you're affected by the lyrics. Like, how does that relationship between you two go in terms of like producing records?
Maybe you could go first, because I have been speaking a lot.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, to be honest, this went quite naturally. What I said, this song we just talked about, this was the second song we made, so we kind of felt the chemistry, you know. And then after that, it was just looking. What I said, my partner, like, she's Turkish, you know, so I was already a little bit into the Middle Eastern Arabic sound. And then we found each other, and we basically, like, we collected samples or sounds together, because we kind of figured out, I mean, I figured out, and he knew that what my sound was, you know, and it's kind of like varying all over the album, but it constantly sounds like I made it. I mean, I'm saying it myself, but that's how it sounds. We just needed that extra element. So in this specific project, it went kind of naturally. We picked samples like Bhakti, that we explained. I only had the sample through Razeen. And then with that sample, I just worked, and then, or he came to the studio and he wrote there, or I sent it to him and like he wrote it in like the train or wherever he was. So, I mean, it felt very naturally. I don't know. It was just natural. This album, it's just so easy. We just needed that one ingredient because that's what we talked about a lot. We are both doing it for such a long time that we were both like on a level for ourselves personally. We were on a level of like, okay, I can make anything. That's the feeling that we had. So then we just looked for this ingredient. We got it. After the ingredient, it was just like, I think finding that ingredient took the longest time. And after that, it was just like beat after beat and lyrics after lyrics. So yeah, man, it was a blessing. And through Nora, I have to give a shout out to Nora. Bring me back to sampling, though. That's amazing. Yeah.
But when Razeen tells these stories about like the rage that you channel through these lyrics, like do you use that for the beat, or is like the rage that's maybe already inside the beat? Do you use that to for your lyrics? That's what I was really wondering about.
Well, I mean, for me, I think this album, it came a lot from the beats, no?
Yes.
Like Bhakti, for instance, I made that, and then because of that energy, Razeen started to write. And what we just talked about with Sudani Ozli, that you have the call and response kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That was already in the beat, and he used it also in the vocals. So
that's super cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's coming from there.
Yeah. I just the only thing I want to add to that is music always comes first, even though there's lyrical content. If it don't slap, it don't slap.
Yeah, for sure. Facts.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, sick. Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
حبايبي من لبنان حبايبي من السودان حبايبي من سوريا شافوا الإجرام كل دم الشعب حس بالغم في الظلام مستنين الشمس بلادنا ما بتستاهل أحسن من كده
وليل طويل مر على بلادي فأصبح الصبح أغنية ممنوعة مسموعة ممزوجة بنسج الخيال فهيا بنا أغاني أحلام الشام وعطر بلاد السود حبايبي من لبنان
حبايبي من لبنان حبايبي من السودان واليمن حبايبي من سوريا شافوا الإجرام حبايبي من لبنان حبايبي من فلسطين حبايبي من السودان
يا غنماتي انتوا حياتي امشوا ورايا غنوا معايا.
ليه ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده انا ما هخليها. ليه ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده. ليه ربي يا الله ليه ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده انا ما هخليها. ليه ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده. ليه ربي يا الله امشي زح امشي زح من الشارع امشي زح امشي زح من قدامي. ليه انت لسه واقف مش كنت اخلص كافي كافي. اتحرك اتحرك من قدامي بسرعة يخ بي 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 بسرعة يخ بي 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 بسرعة يخ بي 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 بسرعة يخ. ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده انا ما اخليها تغيرني وطريقة الماشي فيها بستمتع مني اي لحظة حتى بجرحني يا اخ ماشيين وراي ماشي نحكي كوتم في قلبي. ليه ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده انا ما اخليها. ليه ربي يا الله كيف الدنيا كيف ممكن كون كده. ليه ربي يا الله بسرعة يخ بي 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 بسرعة يخ بي 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 بسرعة يخ بي 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 بسرعة يخ.
Taki taki.
We just listened to Le Rabbi, and before that Habibi. Yeah, Le Rabbi is a song I also want to tell a bit more about. So Habibi is kind of like, it was like the emotional, like the lowest point on the album. And after that, Le Rabbi starts with a skit that a friend of mine showed me, which is actually a video of this woman wearing a burqa outside with her goats. And she says, Ya Ghadamati, hey my goats. And they reply, meh, meh, into hayati, y'all are my life. Meh, meh. Amshu waraya, walk after me. Meh, meh, ghannu ma'aya, sing with me. Meh, meh. And I was like, I love that because it was like, hey, my goats, you know, of the play of the, you know, y'all are my life. Walk with me, sing with me. So it was like a very hopeful thing to have it. And then I love that the beat just starts with just Kevin's drums, where it's just like, it gives me, listening back to the album myself, I cried very often, you know, with that, at Habibi, because it's the song where I unify the struggle. I mentioned Lebanon, Sudan, Syria, Yemen, Palestine, you know, and then this song is just, Le Rabbi is this moment where in the beginning you get to have this release through the dancing, right, which I referred to in Sudani Asli, where I said, dance when you cry. So that it felt like a very powerful thing. And Le Rabbi means why God, you know, Le Rabbi ya Allah, why God, how could the world be like this? I won't let it change me. And then I say at some point, Le Rabbi ya Allah, why is the world like this? I won't let it change me and change the way I walk through it. And then the bisura, yach, it's just like quickly move out of my way. You know, I'm just gonna do whatever I need to do, quickly move out of my way, you know. And it's just it felt like a very powerful song to just bring back that hope in the emotional journey of the album. And the next song that we want to play is not necessarily the song in that order, but Hasanat, this one I really love. So let's go into Hasanat.
حسنات 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 بدعي لربي لما بغني باخد حسنات بدي اقول لي حرام لما بدعي لربي وانا باخد حسنات في امور في ظلام بدعي لربنا بالموسيقى باخد حسنات بافريقي مسيحي يهودي اثيوبي امريكي وبرضو العربي فرنسي الصيني والنوبي المصري السوري المغربي هولندي مكسيكي الافغاني الهندي من البلد اللي بيلبس في الوساري لكن بنسموه توب لما تكون سوداني دايما بساعد طبعا اصله مداعي ساكي زي ما ربنا عايز امين زي ما ربنا عايز يا زول الحرب صعب الحال صعبة لكن مفروض استمر بهذه الرقصة مفروض استمر بهذه الرقصة قاعدين نستمر بهذه الرقصة الحرب صعب الحال صعبة النار قدامنا الملايكة ورانا الجنة جنبنا دايما بساعد طبعا اصله مداعي ساكي زي ما ربنا عايز امين زي ما ربنا عايز يا زول
This song is Hasanat. And Hasanat, the literal translation, I don't know if I could sum it up in one word, but Hasanat is basically like the bonus points, the plus points you get from God. And I wrote this song after a conversation I had with Mario George, who is actually on the Lebanese singer who sang on Habibi. It was a nice story because I had just had this gig. It was my first gig out of the country, you know, Brussels. Not very far, but still. Hey, you know. And it was also a seminar where I got to speak about music, about art, and there was this Egyptian guy asking me a question afterwards about like, yo, I noticed you are referring a lot to God and you're praying in your music, which is something that's considered haram to a lot of Muslims. And he was like, how do you feel about that? He was so carefully asking me that question. I was like, no, thank you so much for asking that question, because to me, creation, you know, God, what is God? God is creation, you know? God is the creator, if we look at it. So what's the closest thing we could do to get close to God is creating. So I don't believe making music takes me further away from God. It actually brings me closer. So when I explained this story to Mario back in the Netherlands, he told me, man, that's, you know, don't pay attention to the people telling you that's haram, man. Because you pray and you refer to God in your music. Can you admire the hasanas, the plus points you get from that, you know? So I was like getting all worked up, and then we made Hasanat, which is a song that Kevin actually sent me much later on, you know? And he actually brought this beat to me earlier, but back then it didn't fully resonate with me. But this time he just, I don't know, he worked a bit more of his magic, and the arrangement was already there, and the concept of the album was also already there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sing about, I knew exactly what to sing about. I took a bit more time on the song, but if I just walk you through the first part, it's like Hasanat, which is like the plus point. But ربنا في الموسيقى باخد حسنات. I pray to God in music, I get these plus point. حسنات بدعي لربي لما بغني باخد حسنات. I pray to God when I sing, I get these plus point. دايرت أقول ليه حرام? You want to tell me it's haram لما بدعي لربي وأنا باخد حسنات. When I pray to God and I get these bonus points. في النور في الظلام, in the light, in the dark, بدعي لربنا بالموسيقى باخد حسنات. And then I just mention ethnicities. أوروبي, European, Afriqi, African, Masihi, Christian religions, Yahudi, Jewish. Faransi, I just name all these Sini. I go all over and I say, and then this singing voice comes in, Kullana mush insan, which is like, aren't we all human beings? And I keep on summing that up. Faransi, Asuri, Hollandi, Maghrabi, which is Moroccan, you know. And then at some point I say, because I like that part, it's like Al-Hindi min al-balad al-bilbusu fi was-sari, the Indian person who comes from the land where they wear the sari, lakin min samiu top, what we call it the top when you're Sudanese, which is something we have. And these two things, these beautiful orange and blue things that are hanging here, are tiab, which are actually like my mother's pieces of cloth that she wears, you know, which is and I just love that sum up of like saying like we are all one, we're all one people. And in the second verse I say al-harb صعب, the war is difficult, al-hala صعبة, the situation is tough, لكن مفروض استمر بهذه الرقصة, but I have to continue with this dance. الحرب صعب, الحالة صعبة, لكن قادرين مفروض نستمر, we have to, like we, not just me, we have to continue this dance. And then I say قادرين نستمر بهذه الرقصة, we have it in us to continue this dance. Then I say النار قدامنا, the fire is in front of us, which is hell of course. Wait, the النار قدامنا, الملائكة ورانا, the angels are behind us. الجنة جنبنا, heaven is next to us. من روح ربنا, which is from God's breath, you know, that's what we say. It's written in the Quran. A lot of people consider that part saying that it's like it's God who brought life into us, but I also believe that it refers to we have a bit of him in all of us. And hasanat, yeah, the hook is daiman beside, I always help. Aslu guide, I never sit still, which is nice because in Arabic it's the same thing. Still is like sitting still, like not moving, but it's also being quiet. I'm never quiet. Zay ma rabbana ais, just the way God intends it to be. Zay ma rabbana ais. So that's hasanat. And I think we have a little bit of time to do the last one. Ahal? Ahal, let's go. That's your thing. No worries.
ربنا.
مساء الخير يا حبايب. انا اتصلت فيديو عشان اقول لكم انا وصلت وقاعده اجمع لكن شكلكم المسؤول مشغول والما في anyway يكون فايل خان خكومه وليه باكر ان شاء الله نكلمكم برواق. يلا باي. ماما سلم عليهم.
كيف حالكم حبايبي؟ والله أمكم كانت مفاجأة جميلة بالنسبة لي. يديكم العافية. I'm very happy because my daughter came to me يعني suddenly. This makes happy more and more great.
يلا ليه باكر ان شاء الله. تمام باي في امان الله.
We just listened to Ahal, the last song of Kevin Van Bale and I's album, the album Kevin Van Bale and I made, Yalla Norgos. Ahal means family, and I felt like it's only fair because the album starts with my family, it should end with that as well. So if I walk you through it, Achi, Inta Achi, brother, you're my brother. Ukhti, Inti Ukhti, sister, you're my sister. Aren't we all children of God, you know? And I repeat that. And then the verse, I wanted to go personal. So I said, أنا عارف ما بزوركم كفاية. I know I don't visit y'all enough. أنا مشتغل بالحياة. I'm busy with life. عايز أحسن لنفسي لنا كلنا. I want better for me, for all of us. لكن عادة أنا بنساه. But often I forget. أرد التليفون, to answer the phone, أو أفكر فيكم, or even to think about y'all. Yezen, that's my brother, knows sometimes I only think about myself. عشان كده بيانكا لسه بتكرهني. That's why one of my exes probably still hates me. Got personal. عشان كده بيانكا probably لسه بتكرهني. أنا تغيرت كتير مع الزمن مع السنين. I've changed a lot through the times, through the years. باكل أحسن وبتمرن. I eat better and I work out. بنفضل ماشيين لقدام. We keep on walking forward. حصل يوم متى. What happened yesterday ما بتقدر تغيره man. You can't change it. كنت بغني بالهولندي. اسمي كان كريبرمان. I used to sing in Dutch. My name was Creeperman. غيرت اسمي لرزين. I changed my name to Razeen. قربت قلبي للسودان. I brought my heart closer to Sudan. And then what you hear at the end, that the hook comes back, and then at the end you hear a voice note of my mother, which is actually a very special moment. Since the war in Sudan, my aunt, my niece, and my grandmother had to they fled from Sudan to the Emirates, which is a crazy thing on itself if you know a bit more about the war, but I'll spare you out that part. In these 2 years, my grandfather had passed away, and my mother hadn't seen her family in these 2 years. This voice note is actually the first moment my mom visited, like the day my mom visited my grandmother, my aunt, and my niece, and she hadn't told my grandmother. So she checked with my aunt, and it was a surprise. So you hear her say, she just sums it up perfectly. She says, "Hi guys, I called y'all in the family group chat, but the person who's busy is busy, and who's not there," which refers perfectly to the beginning of my verse saying that I don't visit y'all enough, you know? Then she says, anyways, and a bit of Dutch. Ik ben veilig aangekomen, which is I arrived safely, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And then her inner child comes through so brightly, saying, "Mom, say hi to them." And then she gives the voice note to my grandmother, the phone, and my grandmother is like, "Wow, this is such a nice surprise. Your mother, it's amazing." And then she switches to English because my younger brother understands Arabic, but he doesn't speak it. So my grandmother always thinks he doesn't understand Arabic. So she's like, "I'm very happy because my daughter came to me suddenly. This makes the happy more and more great." And then my mom laughs, giggles, and she says, "I talk to y'all tomorrow. Le bakir inshallah. Fi amanillah, with God's safety." And for me, that was like the perfect sum up. Like, hey, this was the album. Thank you for sticking through with us for this ride. See you on the next one. And then the birds chirping, which is a new day. I just want to shoot a shout out to you, Hugo. Thank you so much. And shoot a shout out to Kevin for giving me this platform, because I'm beyond grateful to be able to do this. Thank y'all for listening.
No more words. Beautiful. I was wondering about those birds though. I was wondering about what they mean, but yeah, thanks for shouting that out. Yo, thank you for tuning in. Speaking Never Lies. Another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful edition. I mean, you guys are beautiful, man. Honestly, like the two of you together. Yeah, whenever there's something next, always knock on my door, man. Honestly. So yeah, let's kick it. Have a good day.
Swag.
Amazing.